It is a very painful thing to remember Asaba massacre. Asaba massacre, seeking healing. A lot of Nigerians don't know what happened. 7th October 1967, a lot of atrocities happened in the land of Asaba. Nigerian soldiers committed a lot of atrocities.
Anya mohona anya bianage say long the meeties. That is goodbye till we meet no more.
During Biafra war, Nigerian soldiers gathered all the male child and adults in Asaba and massacred them all. They killed many people. They killed both adults, all the male child for inside Asaba.
1970. Anya biaka ije zutande aya Nigeria. Bia bulegu. Anya mara no bo a game of death ka iba n'imia.
In remembrance of Asaba massacre, on the 7th October 2022, we be sit at home in entire Biafra land. On that day, it is expected that all schools, all markets, all churches, all banks will shut down for the remembrance of Asaba massacre. Anybody where hear my voice, making talk to him brother, making talk to his sister, making one in children, making one everybody, where they close to them. This order is coming from Biafra spokesperson Simon Ekpa. Asina nti adahari he ebubisi ise soloya intiminsi. Any ear, when they hear word, as they cut head, and so they go cut ear, full
They open fire. Where will you go? Machine gun, Gahube our people. And they were slaughtered in thousands.
Onye ọbụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me on my broadcast today. I appreciate you any place you are watching me from. If you are watching from Biafra land, I say special thanks to you. If you are watching from any part of the world, any part of the zoo, I welcome you. You are watching from any part of Africa, any part of Asia, Europe, America, Australia, New Zealand, any place you are watching from, I say may Chukwu Okike continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. Today, I've come once again, as usual, to encourage my fellow Biafrans and to talk to my fellow Biafrans on things that are going on and encourage us on what to do and how to do what we got to do. As you all know, my purpose here is never to attack anybody or to talk down or demonize anybody, but to set the record straight and make sure that Biafran people continue to stand firm on truthfulness and consistency. Those are my main purpose of coming online on a daily basis. And I will continue to do so as long as I live, until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, I will continue to speak up for the Biafran people, speak up for our situation, and contribute my own quota to make sure we have a sane society, because in Biafra land today, a lot of things have gone wrong. A lot of things have gone wrong. So many people have lost it. So many people have lost it. We have stayed in the zoological republic so long that some people now are behaving like the Janjaweed. Many people are behaving like the Janjaweed. They cannot be able to comprehend things or do things normal. So it is necessary that even after we have gotten Biafra, that we still have to do certain things that we need to do to keep things right, to make things going. Please, as you join the broadcast, kindly share the broadcast on your platform. Share the broadcast to family and friends. Share the broadcast to any place you belong. Keep sharing so that people can join us and hear our own opinion. It is necessary that we have to know the time that we are in. Each time I come online, I continue to hammer on the time that we are in, on the time that we are in. And if you read the topic I'm using today, it doesn't matter how you pretend not to be a Biafran. The enemy knows you better than you know yourself. The enemy knows you that you're a Biafran better than you know yourself. It doesn't matter how you pretend. You pretend not to join the struggle. You pretend not to be part of it. You pretend it doesn't concern you. You are not talking about Biafra. You want to play neutral. You want to be seen as a good Samaritan, a good person. You want to be seen as a genuine person. You want to have so many friends, and for that you will not talk about Biafra. You feel that when you speak about Biafra, you will not have more business opportunity. You feel that when you talk about Biafra, you're going to lose your friends. You feel that when you talk about Biafra, you will no longer be relevant. You feel that when you talk about Biafra, that people look down on you. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter whether you talk about Biafra or you don't talk about Biafra. The enemy knows you better than you know yourself. The enemy of Biafra, they know you more than you know yourself. They know you. It doesn't matter how you pretend. Keep on pretending. Keep on pretending to be whom you are not. It doesn't matter the identity you give yourself. It doesn't matter the image you are painting for yourself. The Fulani Janjaweed know you very well. And in extension, not just the Biafran people. If you are from the southern part of Nigeria, if you are an indigenous person in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, let me tell you, the Fulanis know you very well. If you are an indigenous person in that contraption called Nigeria, you are an endangered species, and the Fulanis see you as a threat. You can continue to pretend, and you think it's just about the Biafran people alone. You think it's just about the Biafran. It is not just about the Biafran people. The only thing is that some of you are not paying attention. The only thing is that some of you, your hatred, your greed, envy, and jealousy has covered your eyes that you cannot be able to see the truth. You cannot be able to read between the lines. But if you keep your mind neutral and be sincere to yourself, you will know that in that zoological republic, there is only one common enemy. There is only one common enemy, the Fulani Caliphate, sponsored by the British, sponsored and empowered by the British. Those are the enemy we have in that zoological republic. Every other indigenous person can be able to coexist together. They can coexist, they can manage themselves. But the bad egg in the basket have contaminated every other egg there. And now it's becoming so difficult for people to know their left and right. That is why it has become very, very important that we get out of the Zoological Republic before it is too late. The season that we are in, every one of us should know. On Friday, we are going to remember the Asaba massacre. We are going to remember them. People who lost their lives during the Asaba massacre. We cannot forget. It doesn't matter what happened. We cannot forget. No matter how they pretend, no matter what they do, we cannot forget. And why we cannot forget and we must get out of the Republic is because of things that are happening. There have been genocide against the Biafra people. Genocide have been committed against Biafra people. Right from 1945 up to now. The genocide is still going on. There has not been any apology for the war they brought upon us during the Civil War, 1966. There has never been any apology anywhere. There has never been any apology. Today, as we are preparing to remember the people who died in Asaba massacre, yes, even in that Asaba massacre, people who participated in it are still alive. And they say they don't apologize. They have no apology to offer. That will show you how serious the issue is. That will show you the demon that we are dealing with. You see why you must wake up and defend your land. If you are from the old southeastern region, the message is for you. If you are from the old southeastern region, this is the time for you to stand up and fight for your right. Fight and get your country. The time has come. It is no longer even a pleading or talking or asking. It's a time for the whole southeast to unite together and get out of the Zoological Republic. That is the only thing that will give you prestige. That is the only thing that can give you safety. That is the only thing that can give you a meaningful life. The more you continue to remain in the Zoological Republic, the more you continue to risk your life and expose your life to danger. If you are from the old southeastern region, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your dialect, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location. As long as you fall within that area, the old southeastern region, you are a Biafran. And you are the most endangered species in that Zoological Republic. Every other indigenous tribe is an endangered species, but that of the Biafrans is much more pronounced, simply because the Janjaweed know what the Biafrans are up to. The British themselves know what we can do. The British, they know what Biafrans can do. They know what Biafrans can be able to offer. And they are not willing to back down. They are trying by all means possible to suppress the Biafran people and hold them down. The oppression of the Biafran people and the Biafran struggle is not an easy thing. You can see it written everywhere. In everywhere you go, you will see the oppression. You will see the killing. You see the attack. Even online, as I'm broadcasting, you see what they are doing to my channel. They keep on attacking the broadcast, attacking the channel, making sure that they reduce the viewers. They make sure they shut down the viewers, that you cannot be able to reach out to people. In a very big platform like this, when you come online, you see only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. You start a program, you get up to 30 people, before you know it, they bring it down. You get up to 50, the next time you find out they shut it down. You get up to 100 people, the next time they make sure you don't even get up to 10. We are dealing with a very strong enemy, an enemy that is able to manipulate. They have the money, they have the connections, they have everything to make sure they fight us. But for us, we don't have the money, but we have what is greater than money. We have on our side. We have our land and our strength. Because of our land, we never leave us alone. And no amount of intimidation, no amount of attack, no amount of distraction will make us to move away from the stage we have gotten today. Who gave us our supreme Nnamdi Kanu. And since Nnamdi Kanu has been with us, everything has been working for good for us. Today, his court was hard, his case was hard. Even when they know that Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer, they keep on delaying. They went to Kenya and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, brought him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition, which is a crime against international law. A crime against African law, a crime against their own Nigerian law itself. But yet, they overlooked those and went and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. And even after committing that crime, the international community have nothing to say. They are still dining with the enemy. They are still dining with the people who violated all law, committed atrocities, abused human rights. The abuse of human rights is still going on as you're watching. Nnamdi Kanu is still under solitary confinement for more than a year. He has been denied all his rights. Somebody who has not committed any crime or been convicted anywhere of any crime. And today, he is in their dungeon, facing trial. Facing trial. A prisoner of conscience, trial for a crime he has never committed. The only crime that Nnamdi Kanu committed is that he is asking for self-determination. He's asking for the freedom of his people. Asking for referendum. That is the only crime Nnamdi Kanu has committed. And because of that, they went to Kenya and kidnapped him. And today they are still torturing him. As if that is not enough for them, they are still going about taking the life of innocent Biafrans on a daily basis. We have been crying, we have been shouting, we have been warning, we have been providing evidence to the international community. You can't say you didn't know what is happening in Biafra. Nobody on the planet Earth today will say he doesn't know the story of Biafra and what is going on in Biafra land. Because on social media, we are in charge. We bring all the information on video. Video evidence everywhere, and yet nobody is talking. Nobody's saying no. The more we continue to cry and shout to the international community, the more they continue to attack and destroy our people. The more we continue to complain and shout, the more they graduate by using the increased using of tank, using of air, using of their aircraft to bomb the Biafran people. And they are not apologetic about it. We will never forget. Biafrans, we must not allow history to repeat itself again. We must not allow history to repeat itself again. This time, every single one of us have to come together and make this happen. It cannot be business as usual. They can't give us any blockade anymore, either on media or the sea or anywhere. They can't block us. All is remaining now is that every hand of the Biafra must be on deck for the 2023 pronouncement of Biafra. Some people laugh at it when you say it, but it's a reality that's going to come. It doesn't matter whether you join, you don't join. Chukwu Okike Abiama, who has made it possible, we provide those who are going to fight until it comes. Remember the word of Nnamdi Kanu. I never forget that. Nnamdi Kanu says, Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us Biafra in a way that we know that it is not the hand of work of a man. He will give us Biafra in a way that every human being, even on planet Earth, we know that it is him and him alone that made this possible, and nobody will take his glory. If you participate in the Biafra struggle today to do the needful, you are doing it for yourself. If you work hard today to make Biafra come, it is for your own benefit. You are not doing it for me or anybody or someone else or whatever. You're not doing it to anybody. You are doing it for yourself, for your own generation. It is very, very necessary that we stand up and fight. As the Biafran struggle have entered a full-time armed struggle, it is no longer a child's play. We have cried enough, complained enough. Nobody seems to listen. The new dimension have opened fully. New dimension. Because Chukwu Okike Abiama made it so. And Chukwu Okike Abiama have heard our voice that Biafra is coming to 2023. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. Those who are born for the mission are out already. Those who are born for the mission, they are out. And if you're one of those born for this mission, you are still waiting. Stop waiting. Go and take your position. Stop waiting. There's nothing to wait for. Time has passed when people are confused where to follow or where to go. Time has passed when people were confused where their money is going or where their strength is going. Time has passed when you don't know whom you are dealing with. Today, Chukwu Okike Abiama by himself has separated the wheat from the chaff through the auto-piloted IPOB established by Nnamdi Kanu under the spokesmanship of Nnamdi Kanu and on the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu remains the only leader of the struggle, unchangeable. He remains the only leader of the struggle. Nnamdi Kanu, remember where he is. He is the only man who is tested and trusted in all angles. Unbribable, white and whiter than white. That is Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Biafra struggle. And those of us who are working in the auto-piloted IPOB established by Nnamdi Kanu under the control of Chukwu Okike Abiama, on the spokesman person of Master, we are not relenting in our effort. We are consistent in our work. All we need is Biafra and nothing else. It is either Biafra or nothing. It is either Biafra or nothing. And if you are one of those who is fighting against Nnamdi Kanu, either directly or indirectly, who is making sure that you destroy the legacy of Nnamdi Kanu, your time is up. You can see so many of them. A lot of, you see, that is why I say, when we talk about the auto-piloted IPOB, now, this is an establishment by Chukwu Okike Abiama. He himself anointed it through Nnamdi Kanu. The auto-piloted IPOB today is auto-piloted by Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. That is why you see people doing exploit. Today, everyone whose hand is in the destruction of the IPOB everyone whose hand is in the destruction and selling of Nnamdi Kanu, everyone who has been part of the delay of the coming of Biafra, they can't hide anymore. Chukwu is bringing them out for confession. Most of you must have seen many audio going around and videos where they are confessing how they sold Nnamdi Kanu, how they sold out the struggle, how they sold out their own conscience. Even when Biafrans came together, said, sit at home, we're going to sit at home. Then people were wondering, why will these people stop something that is working? Everybody was wondering that. Why is it that people will see something that is working, something that is only having effect, you stop it? We are all saying that Nnamdi Kanu can never stop something that is working without replacing it with something tougher. Nnamdi Kanu cannot remove something that is working, that even a blind man can see, without replacing it with something tougher. Now you begin to see why they are discouraging people from sitting at home. Because of money. Because of money. They were discouraging people from sitting at home because of 40 million. This is why they were bent on going from all platform up to all platform, telling people not to sit at home. That was why they were fighting Master Simon Ekpa from east, west, north, and south. Because Simon Ekpa was standing with the people. Because the mindset of the Biafran people, from the very day that very sit at home was mentioned, Biafrans embraced it and accepted it with an open heart. And they continued to do it. But all of a sudden, we didn't know that these people went at the back and collected money and forgot about their leader, Nnamdi Kanu. And they were telling us cock and bull story. They tried by all means to close down the struggle. They didn't stop at fighting and they sit at home. They made sure that they stopped protesting. They made sure that they fought against protests. They came online and began to announce that there is no more protest anywhere. If you want to protest, go to Kenya Embassy. Even when they know that Kenya Embassy has nothing to offer. The places where you were supposed to protest are the popular places like the media houses, the United Nations, and British Embassy all over the world. But they said no, that the protest should only be in Kenya Embassy for reason. For a very unreasonable reason. All because they have collected money. And today it's becoming clearer. Every single one of them that have been involved is becoming clearer. And when our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, was calling them career agitator, people thought he was making it up. People thought it's a propaganda, or people thought it's a blackmail. Today, it is becoming much more clearer that every single one of them who has been there since distracting Nnamdi Kanu, they are all their career agitator, and they were all there for their own selfish interest. For their own selfish interest. With everything that has happened since Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped to today, if you still don't know whom to follow, whom to listen to, or which direction to take, that means you are worse than the devil itself. That means your brain is empty. You don't have anything in your brain. You don't deserve to be a Biafran. If you're not paying attention to what is going on, it's better if you're not paying attention, then you shut your mouth. Do not comment and don't say anything about the struggle. But if you can open your mouth to talk against the legitimate agitators today, or you begin to say you don't know where to follow or where to go, it means you don't know, you follow up, and you are not a true Biafra. Because from the very time Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped to today, a lot of things have happened. A lot of revelations have been made. A lot of secrets have been exposed. Every single one of them who have been standing against Nnamdi Kanu cannot hide anymore. Why we were then shouting for no election in Anambra State? They went behind and they collected money. And they told Biafrans, go and vote. All this while, they have taken Biafra struggle as a business. Just as we are saying no election now, as we are saying a mountain and say that there will be no election, which there will be, they think it's going to be like Anambra. They think that it's going to be like Anambra. It's not going to be like Anambra state election. As we are saying already now, they are collecting bribes. They are making their ways, collecting bribes, even volunteering themselves to fight against the people who are saying you have no election. When you hear their broadcast, you begin to read between the lines. And you'll be wondering, are these people the people who has been working with Nnamdi Kanu? No wonder Nnamdi Kanu was crying.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.